Annunciationes classis Latina, capitulum quintum, VillaEtHortus, pensa. Precatio incipiens. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. So we got through all the homework, and I wanted to spend some time doing a little more reading. So we're going to do the Colloquia and two of the Fabella, or Fabelle, I guess I should say, since it's plural. I put them in the slides so that when I send the slides out, they will be there. But I think that is a bit tough. Let me get the right. Yeah, there we go. That, no doubt, will be much easier to read. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, for this first one, let's see here. Oh, they usually, yeah, here we go. We need a Julius, a Davus, and a Medus. So that basically means we need three guys. Or if one of you ladies wants to have a really deep voice.
I'll be Medus.
Okay.
I'll be Julius.
You'll be Julius. And Connor, how about you be Davus?
Okay, that sounds good. I'll be Davus.
Oh, wait, you said Medus. Excuse me. Who am I missing here?
Oh, wow.
Oh, and Jess, you're driving, right?
Nah.
Am I Medus or Davus?
Which one did you originally pick?
Medus.
Medus? No, you'll be Medus then. All right. Just did not answer, so he's probably driving. Oh, hold on. We have Julius. All right, we'll do this again. Who's Julius?
Alex.
Okay. And we don't have a Davus. So, Robert, how about you be Davus? And Connor, you can be Medus.
Okay, Davus.
Are you going to be the narrator?
I'm going to be the narrator, yes.
Okay.
I should make somebody else be the narrator. There's a lot of work in this one. But
I can be narrator if you wish.
No, once we get past the initial setting of the scene, then you guys have all the work. So I'll be the narrator. In oppido tusculo manium forum est. In foro est templum antiquum. Templum, obvious. Forum, market area, almost like a mall is what we'd sort of think of here. There'd be various things going on, but also political as well. Anyway, in foro est templum antiquum. Julius in foro est cum quator servis, neque medas in iis est. Any questions?
Is neque meaning and there?
Yeah. Well, in this case, it's actually and not.
Okay.
The ne is a negation.
And not. Okay.
Yeah. Now, it's going to depend on some cases you would translate it as nor. I suppose you could do that in this case. Julius is in the forum with four servants. Well, no, I guess you can't say nor Medus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't come out well to be
work.
nor.
We'll say and not.
And Medus is not one of them.
Yeah, not one of them. Yeah, that's plural. So in is in them. So he's not one of the four.
Okay.
Ubi est Medus? Medus quoque in oppido tusculo est. Neque is in foro est cum domino, sed sine domino in templo. Medus in templo.
He doesn't like the temple.
No, he
Who doesn't like the temple?
there's nobody in the temple.
Oh, Medus. Medus solus est in magno templo vacuo. Medus is alone in the big empty temple. Quid agit servus Julii in templo? Numos numerat. Medus, take it away.
Quat numi sunt in saculo meo? Unus, duo, tres, quattuor, quinque, sex, septem, octo, novem, decem, nonagenta.
Wow.
Ecce nonagenta numi. Magna pecunia mea est.
Oh, who should, I guess I'll be the templo. Mea est. Respondet templum vacuum.
Quid num dominus ad est?
Ad est. Respondet templum vacuum. Sed solus est servus in templo. Nullus dominus verba eius audit. Non in templo, sed in foro est Julius. Quid agit Julius in foro Tusculano? Dominus servum suum querit. I don't think we've had querit yet.
I don't think so.
Querit is to ask or to search.
Don't we have query when we're talking about the sheep? But I don't think we hit that chapter yet.
Yeah, but we haven't had that chapter yet.
Okay.
So we're a little bit ahead there. Let's see. Do we have querit in the... no, sometimes they'll do notes on here. Whoops. Too far. Yes, Dominus servum suum querit. The master is seeking his slave. Julius imperat.
Quere medum, Dave.
Yeah, seek. There's the... Now, you know it's querit. So you know that
Imperative.
the imperative, quere, davus.
So that, excuse me, that takes the accusative when that imperative takes the accusative.
Well, okay. Let's go back here. Dominus servum suum querit. So the master is seeking his servant, slave.
It's the word is seek.
Seek, yes.
Okay.
Looking for.
Okay. All right. So that makes it an accusative.
Right. So
Medus.
quere
Okay.
medum is just naturally takes the accusative.
Medus. Or
Well,
go after Medus.
Go find him.
Yeah. Okay.
Davus.
Ubi?
Quere eum in templo.
Davus ap Julio discedit. Iam davus in templo est, et medum querit. Davus medum in templo videt. Davus.
O mede. Oh, sorry. O mede.
Tace dave, tace discede.
Yeah, be quiet and get out of here.
Don't look at all
Dominus-
my money.
Dominus in opido est et te querit. Iratus est Dominus.
Mene querit dominus, curmi querit.
Quia numi eos.
Yeah, hold on.
in
Let's go back to this
okay.
one for just a minute. Mene querit dominus. What does that mean?
The NA, the NE makes
Lord-
it a query, right?
Right?
The boss is seeking Medus.
Well, basically, it means the master is seeking me. That's literally what this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
mene.
ne
Okay.
could go on all sorts of things. So mene is not. What was
Oh,
the
okay.
what was the thing with? Was it Oh, who was the prophet? Mene, Tekel, whatever the heck it was. I'm mangling the passage in scripture. The
Yeah,
book
yeah.
of,
That's with
who was it?
it's not Xerxes. It's in the book of Esther. Nebuchadnezzar, I think that's who it is.
Well, and they call
And I
the
think that's
prophet
it.
to interpret. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I get a little bit of a feeling that Medus and Marcos share a little bit of a personality trait. Like this smart alecky comment, he's looking for me. Why would he be looking for me? You know, like he's not in trouble.
yes. Yeah, why is he looking for me? But anyway, let's continue.
Is it Daniel? It must be Daniel.
That's it, the book of Daniel.
Yeah,
Thank
must
you.
be Daniel.
I kept
Yeah.
saying David. No. David, or I mean Daniel. Yes.
Yes,
thank
that's
you.
right. Because they asked Daniel to come and
Interpret
translate,
the
and
dream.
his interpretation is no, because the writing's on the wall,
Literally.
written by invisible hand.
Yeah. Anyway, Davus. Take it away.
Quia numi eos in saculo tuo sunt. Dominus numos suos queret.
Medus.
Julius meus dominus iam non est, neque numi eius in saculo meo sunt.
And Michael, may I point out something real quick?
Sure.
Where did crap, we just passed it. Because he's saying his money is in your sack.
Right.
And then the next line, Dominus numos suos queret. The master's looking for his own money. So I just thought that was kind of interesting to point that out, the 2-0 and the suos use.
Yep. Davus is basically saying, Medus, you stole the master's money. Medus. Oh, you already said that.
We did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Julius meus dominus non est, neque numi eius in saculo meo sunt. See, it's his money now, so it's not the master's. Let's continue reading.
Okay.
Davus.
Improbe serve.
Shorto, improbe.
Improbe.
Yeah.
Okay. Probe. Okay, wow.
Yeah. Medus.
Age, discede dave, et tace, improbus est servus qui servum accusat.
Davus tacit, neque op eo discedit. Medus ex saculo suo summat duos numos. Medus.
Oh, sorry. Ecce numi tui probe serve.
Davus.
Non mei sunt numi, neque tui, sed Julii sunt.
Davus numos non sumit, et solus discedit ex templo. Meaning, he's the only one that leaves the temple.
The bride.
Yeah, Medus still in the temple. In foro, Julius davum interrogat.
Esne medus in templo?
Davus tacet.
Responde dave. In templone est servus meus?
And again, templo, templone. Notice it's not even the first word here to ask if his slave is in the temple. Anyway, Davus respondet.
In templo est servus tuus nullus.
Quare quia medus servus tuus iam non est. Julius, qui prima tantum verba davi audit, ex oppido discedit sine medo. Medus sine domino ex oppido discedit. And yeah. Any questions on that?
I'm just looking at the end of that. Qui prima tantum verba. I forgot what tantum is. Who first? Something here is Davos's word.
Tantum can mean what's a good like as in tantum ergo sacramentum. Trying to think of good synonym. I guess synonym. Well, anyway.
Only.
Well, okay. It usually means of such a size or measure.
Okay.
So,
Who
so you would say Julius, who heard
first hears.
yeah, the first part.
Who first only hears the words of Davos.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little online dictionary is the definition one is so, to that point or to that extent.
Yep.
Or,
second definition is only,
right.
which I think is what I'm most common with. Is
Yeah, only would be a good way to translate.
Yeah, the third definition is a reference to time. It's like in fact or just, and then only for the fact that, or just as, or from a short time. So some of those relate to time, but tantum is, I'm familiar with using it as the word only.
Yeah,
So-
well, tantum ergo sacramentum.
Yeah.
Look up the translate. So great.
So to that point, to what extent?
Yeah,
that's the
He
first
only hears
definition.
the words of Davos, and then he leaves without Davos from the town.
Well, he leaves with Davos. But
Sine?
he leaves without Matus.
That's what I meant to say, Matus. Pardon me.
Yeah,
He leaves the town without Matus.
right.
Mhm.
You had a question, Vince?
No, I am agreeable with it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So
I'm just curious, is this something that is sort of a supplement that's available to you?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be
Well,
consistent?
here, let me go all the way to the top. It is
So it does come from the same publisher.
it's
Okay.
I believe you can pick up. Yeah, you'd have to
I guess the idea is this, it expands on the stories that we've been
yeah.
reading.
Yeah, and I like it because it gives you guys extra reading, but also you get some background stuff going on that is not in the Familia Romana. And so, in the Familia Romana, we have Matus leaves with the master's money. The next chapter is ViaLatina, and he's off headed towards Rome. So you don't know a lot about what's going on. I think the next one is, let's see here. Is this the one?
Apples and pears
this
story.
this is when they're on the way. No, that's actually in the ViaLatina. This one. Here we have gossip. These are the gossip girls here. We haven't heard of Doripa yet. Lydia, well, you're going to find out that Lydia is Maida's girlfriend, and Doripa is a friend of Lydia. Doripa que amica Lydia est. So you'll find interesting stuff in there, and so there's some nice backstory that he adds to the
this expansion of what we've seen has what they say in English circles as verisimilitude.
Yes.
I do have to give Matus, some brownie points for his creative stretching of the truth. I mean, the fact that he walked away from his master, now suddenly the money is not his master's because it's not his master's possession. I guess 9/10 of the law and all that kind of stuff.
A twisted mind has twisted rationalized.
Well,
yes.
Yes and no. I mean, I think we all agree that he's a thief.
Yeah.
But
he stole it fair and square, though.
Right. Keep in mind that Athanasius, the big defender of the Trinity, was a strict. There's always been a debate in Catholic morality, theology, whether it's permissible to lie or not. I mean, the commandment says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness." So the classic case is, okay, this is you're in Germany, World War II, and you're hiding Jews from the Nazis, and the Gestapo comes knocking on the door and asks you, "Are there any Jews in here?" Well, most people would say it's okay to say no, because obviously you're hiding the Jews from the Nazis.
Yeah.
But how do you reconcile that with the commandment about bearing false witness? Because it is a lie. And there's been various ways of reconciling that. But Athanasius was one of those that was a strict, you can never lie, period.
Really?
Fortunately, he was not in Germany during World War II hiding Jews. But he was perfectly good at what was known as mental reservation, or sometimes
It depends on what you mean
misdirection.
by is.
Yeah, well, yeah. And the example is he was being chased by the emperor's guards. I've told this story before, at least to the other class. I mean, the previous sessions, not this class. He was hot-footing it out, and I don't remember the town, because the emperor's guards were after them. They wanted to arrest him. Athanasius tended to annoy, he was after Constantine. I can't remember his name. Constantius? Was that it? Who had
Tactful
fallen?
was not his middle name.
What?
Tactful was not his
Oh,
middle
no,
name.
not no. Athanasius is not equal to tactful. They are not. In fact, they are. Well, it's not antonyms. Yeah. Anyway, so the guards eventually caught up to Athanasius. They didn't know what he looked like. Fortunately, they didn't have fax machines or cell phones to send pictures. And the guards said, "Hey, sir, have you seen Athanasius?" Now, Athanasius had a strict code where he couldn't lie. So he said, "Yes, he's only a little bit up the road from where you are," which is perfectly accurate. Now, naturally, the guards thought they meant, like a mile up or something. So they hurried off down the road to try and catch Athanasius. So, anyway, so Matus does have a point. He might make a fine Jesuit for all we know, but he would definitely fail Athanasius' test, I think. So,
St. Ignatius would be rolling in his grave.
oh, I'm sure he would be. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let me go to the Fabelle. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, we want Liber Novus and Puella in Horto. All right, so we need they don't have the people who are talking here. Oh, well, anyway, we need a Cornelius, and we need a Libanus, and I think that's it.
We need to get people that didn't speak the first time.
Yeah, I know, which is, well.
Oh, you have a Sextus. I see Sextus.
Oh,
Don't you have a Cornelia?
oh, there's a Cornelia.
I can do Cornelia.
Okay.
I guess I can do the Sextus.
All right, you can be Sextus. However, I will point out that Puella in Horto. Wow, this is heavy with guys this time. Oh well, that's unusual. Usually they're a little more. So, anyways, so we have a Cornelius. Who is Cornelius?
Mona?
Who? volunteered for Cornelius?
I can be Cornelius.
Okay. And Labanus? Ethan, can you be Labanus?
Are we catching background noise from someone?
Yeah, I think we're catching a little bit from Vince's microphone. So let's see now. Teresa, you were going to be Cornelius.
No, I'm going to be Sextus.
Sextus, that's right. Oh, well, I'm going to start reading. I hope you guys know who you are, because I don't. Cornelius est Dominus Romanus, qui in oppido Tusculo habitat. Cornelius duos liberos habet. Quia, sextum filium et Cornelium filium. That does not mean he has 6 sons, but it means his son Sextus and his daughter Cornelius.
Oh, I was confused by that, looking at it.
Yes. Et decem tantum servos, and only 10 servants. Pauci sunt servi Cornelii, quia Cornelius non magnum pecuniam habet. Neque magnam villam habet Cornelius, sed multos libros Latinos et Grecos habet. Cornelius est Dominus, qui libros et litteras amat. Boni et pulchri libri eum delectant. Etiam Sextus, filius Cornelii, libros et litteras amat. So the
like father, like son.
Yeah, Sextus apple did not fall far from the tree.
We've got liberos and libros.
Yes, that's why liberi is children.
Mm-hmm.
Libri is books. That's why they did this particular chapter. Cornelius suum Libanum serbum vocat.
Veni Libani.
Libanus venit et Dominum salutat. We have a Libanus. Jen, how about you be Libanus? I'm
Okay,
sorry, you're
I'm Cornelia.
Excuse me. Let's see, who do we want? All right, Ariana, how about you be Libanus? Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, there we go. That's your line.
Salve Domini, ecce servus tuus adest.
Cornelius salutat servum suum.
Salve Libani.
Whoops, I forgot.
Tace et audi.
Sorry for stepping on your line. Servus tacit et audit. Cornelius eum interrogat.
Ubi est liber meius novus, cur hic in mensa non est.
He is not talking about a new child. Libanus tacit neque respondet. Oh my. Cornelius imperat.
Uh-oh.
Responde serve.
Libanus.
Non me, sed filium tuum interroga.
Cornelius.
Quid?
Libanus.
Liber tuus novus est in cubiculo sexti. Is habet librum tuum.
Cornelius.
Quid agit ver cum libro meo?
In cubiculo. That sounds like kabuki theater. In cubiculo, there we go. Suo sextus habet librum Cornelii novum. Titulus libri est Grammatica Latina. Where we heard that name. Sextus Cornelium vocat.
Vene,
Sextus.
yeah. Vene Cornelia, ecce liber novus. Titulus eius est Grammatica Latina. In libro multo capitula sunt. Titulus capituli primi est Literae et Syllabae. Ecce Literae Latinae in pagina prima. A, B, C, D, E, cetere. Iam responde, Cornelia. Quod literae sunt in vocabulo Latina. So he's quizzing his sister.
Yeah. Cornelia literas numerat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in vocabulo Latina sunt 6 literae. L-A-T-I-N-A. I don't know how those would be pronounced.
Well, you got the L,
Uh-huh.
A,
Mhm.
Te,
Okay.
E, N, A.
The I is not an E.
The I is not an, well, let's see.
Because it's,
Did
yeah.
it have a macron over it?
It does not have a macron over it, so it, oh, I'm sorry, it should be, it should be an I, you're right. L-A-T-I-N-A. I'll have to double check that. I'm not good with my, all the letters. I know most of the letters. There's a few I'm a little fuzzy on. And actually, we're going to get to those later on in 3 chapters from now. Anyway, Sextus,
Et quod syllabae?
Cornelia,
3 syllaba prima la, secunda si, tertia na.
Sextus, Rorsus eam interrogat.
Vocabulum grammatica quod litteras habet?
Cornelia litteras numerat et respondet.
10.
Sextus,
Et quod syllabas?
Cornelia,
Grammatica 4 syllabas habet.
they would actually make that a hard, they'd say
T, yeah.
grammatica.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they would actually use they'd use it hard there. You're right. It's often soft.
It's because
but
it's separate.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
tica, not not one of the softer ones. Cornelius filium suum vocat.
Sexte beni,
Sextus paret ex cubiculo venit cum libro Cornelii. Pater iratus filium interrogat. Est ne liber meus novus in
Oh, wait a minute.
Excuse
Where's
me.
Cornelius?
Cornelius, stepping on people's lines. Oh, well.
est ne liber meus novus in cubiculo tuo?
Sextum librum immensa ponet.
Non est in cubiculum meo, ecce liber tuus in mensa tua.
I wonder if Sextus and Medus are like brothers or distant cousins.
They're boys.
Yeah, well, iam Cornelius ridet, neque iratus est. Well, I got to laugh too. Pater quem libri et literae delectant. Laetus est, quia etiam filius libros et litteras amat.
I love that
Sure
they're
love of
arguing.
books, so that's good.
Right.
They're arguing over the book. It's pretty
Right. Any resemblance to you and I, my dear, is purely coincidence. All right. Any questions on any part of that? Other than I should probably hand over the narrator to somebody else. I keep stepping on lines.
It's your enthusiasm for the class.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, now this one, we need who was ever the members who are in the garden, which is Julia, Quintus, Marcus, and I think we have Julius. Oh, Julius,
Oh, he non responded.
I guess
Yeah.
he finally showed up. So who wants to take Julius?
Oh, I can take him again
All
if
right.
anybody else wants
That's
to.
right. We'll keep the tradition going for this one. And we need a Julia. Definitely a female.
I can do Julia.
Okay. And we need a Quintus and a Marcus.
I'll be Quintus.
Okay. How about a Marcus? Robert, how about you be Marcus?
Okay.
After all, Robert is close to the name Marcus, right? They both have R's.
And no, not O's. Yeah, R's.
Yeah. All right. Julius, qui magnum pecuniam habet, in magna et pulchra villa habitat cum familia sua. Villa eius habat atrium et peristilum et multa cubicula. Julius et Emilia tres liberos habent non libros sed liberos duos filios Marcum et Quintum et unum filiam Juliam. Julia parva puella est. Ubi est filia Julii et Emiliae? Julia est in horto villae. Puella leta ridit et rosas carpet. So you see, ridit can also mean smile, laugh. Could also be laugh in the sense of ridicule. Quat rosas carpet Julia, quinqua rosas magnas et pulchras carpet. Rosae Juliam delectant. Julia, quae sola est in horto, pueros vocat.
Venite Marce et Quinte.
Pueri ex peristilo veniunt, et Juliam in horto vident. Julia.
Ecce quinque rosae. Videte rosas meas.
Quintus.
Quinque parvus numerus est, in horto est magnus numerus rosarum, centum rosae hic sunt.
Marcus.
Non centum tantum, sed mille rosae in horto meo sunt.
Julia.
Non tuus est hortus.
Marcus.
Neque tue sunt rosae.
Pueri.
Have these kids ever survived their childhood?
I don't think Oberg wrote that many stories. I think we, in fact, I don't even think we get past their birthdays. Pueri ab Julia discedunt, rossus eus non delectant. Well, I like roses. Julia rossus quinque rosas pulchris carpet. Quat rosas iam habet Julia? Puella non quinque tantum, sed decem rosas habet. Quinque et quinque sunt decem. Est ne decem magnus numerus? Non magnus numerus est, neque parvus. Well, it depends on what it is. Puella, que rosas amat, leta est et cantat. Julius, pater Juliae, ex villa venit. Julius, qui baculum habet, iratus est, et filiam suam interrogat.
Esne medus hic in horto.
Julia,
He's still looking for him.
Julia, well, hey, 90, what was they, Cistercian?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not, that's,
a
well,
substantial
originally a
sum.
Cistercian was a day's wage, which would be enough to buy or supply a small family with all the necessities they needed. So, that's that was a fair amount of money. Julia respondet.
Non est in horto nullus est servus, sed ecce filia tua hic est. Saluta me, pater.
Salve, mea filia.
Ecce decem rose habe eas, pater. Tue sunt rose, non pulchre sunt?
Julius non respondet, sed medum vocat.
Mede, veni improbe serve.
Julia interrogat.
Por improbis est medus?
Neque pater respondet, sed ab filia sua discedit. Sine Rossis, long I. Julia.
Pur decedit pater neque respondet, is non amat Rosas, num filiam suam amat?
Julia iam non leta est, neque cantat. Julius Rorsus medum vocat.
Mede, me e de.
Sed medus, qui numos Domini habet, iam apest ap villa et ap horto. There we go. Any questions on that one?
The last one.
Questions going once?
Makes
Questions?
sense.
What?
Makes sense.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, let's start in then on chapter 6. Yeah, let's just go directly there. Whoops, sorry. Okay, where'd it go? Whoop, come on, sorry. There we go. All right, this is, oh boy, let's zoom in on that. There we go. Capitulum sextum est ViaLatina. And we've probably at some point or another heard of the Roman roads. You may have even heard some of the Via Appia. You may have heard about the one of the things that Rome did to a very large extent, more so than other I don't know what you want to call it, say civilizations. I'm struggling a bit for the word here that I want. Other societies. Whoops, where'd it go? Hold on. I got the wrong one. Window. Oh, there it is. It would help. There we go. If I could click. This is a sample of the major roads in the empire. This would actually be a little bit later than the time Julius and company. They never really say exactly when Julius and the Familia Romana take place, but we do know it's after the empire, so it's after, at least during or after Augustus, and there's a little hint here and there. So I'd say late 1st century, maybe early 2nd century, roughly. So they built roads everywhere. And these were amazing roads. I mean, they dug down, they laid sand and pebbles and heavy stones. And in places where they weren't torn up and highways put on top of them, there's sections of a lot of them that still exist.
And at the time of Marius, when he was consul, he was the first one to use the head count, which were basically the non-property owning poor, Rome's urban poor, offer them a chance to be soldiers in the legions. But since they owned nothing, Marius figured that they owed him their daily labor instead of paying their own way, because they had to have their horses purchased and for them, and their armor and helmets and the whole outfit that normally a soldier would provide himself. So he started using them to build roads as they went along. But inside, in the area close to Rome for centuries, those roads had been built in there, except for the was it the ViaLatina, which goes to the Latin rights colonies. The rest of them were named after famous Roman families.
Right.
And a family would, often a statesman would, if you were one of the urban planners of the city, there were positions. Then if you ended up with that one, you might put you'd use public monies, and then you'd supplement it heavily with your own money, and the roads would be named after you.
Right. In fact, the Via Latina, which is between Rome and Capua, and by the way, it goes through Tusculum, was built before 334 BC. And then the Via Flaminia by Gaius Flaminius, you can make a guess why it was named that, is between
and Gaius
Flaminius,
Aurelius Cotta, who did the Via Aurelia,
right,
was either the grandfather, father-in-law, or his father of Julius Caesar.
Yeah. So
Cotta was very wealthy.
yeah. So you can see it went from what we would call Genoa all the way to Rome. And let's see, the Via Appia was constructed, and this was a very important road.
Sorry, his father's father-in-law.
Yeah, that went from Rome all the way to Brundisium. And the major advantage to these roads is they were well kept. They were like super highways, for lack of a better term. And so that was one of the things in constructing it that enabled the Roman legions to move very well, for the time, very quickly from place to place. Now, of course, they marched, but think about marching on a more or less level road with a whole bunch of wagons behind you pulling supplies. You can get pretty far versus, say, a dirt road, for example.
I think Julius Caesar's legions regularly did 40 miles a day.
Yeah.
Walking,
yeah. I'm kind of with packs too. I'm kind of impressed. If I get thrown back in time, I won't volunteer to be a legionnaire. So anyway, let's get back to the text itself. Let's see, where are we? Here we are. And since I have, let me zoom out just a smidgen. Whoops, that's too far, I think. There. And here's, by the way, a zoom, close in. So you can see Tusculum and Rome are not that far apart on the Via Latina. So
now the Via Appia is famous for the Spartacus thing, right? They hung all the slaves along there.
I think you're right, because that happened, I believe, in this region, if I remember correctly. Was not near Rome.
Yes, and they traveled south, and when they were trying to escape Italy,
right,
and were trying to catch a ride with pirates, which didn't end well.
Yeah, actually, didn't they make it down into the boot? I think
that's what I thought, but I don't remember for sure.
I don't remember for sure. It was before my time. So anyway, all right. Oh boy, this is a long first paragraph. Okay, well, we'll give somebody a workout.
I'll take it.
Okay.
In Italia multe et magna viae sunt: via Appia, via Latina, via Flaminia, Flaminia, sorry, via Flaminia, via Aurelia, via Amelia. Via Appia est inter Romam et Brundissimum. Via Latina inter Romam et Capuum. Via Flaminia inter Romam et Ariminum. Via Aurelia inter Romam et Genuam. Via Amelia inter Arim. Why am I having a problem with words tonight?
Well, that's
Via
actually a fun word. It's ariminum. We want to make that, we desperately want to make that second I long.
Okay. Via Amelia inter Ariminum et Placentium.
Ariminum. Short I.
Ariminum.
I made it
Everything
long.
else has an I at the end, and I keep wanting to tuck one in there. Okay. Via Amelia inter Ariminum et Placentium. Brundisium, Capua, Ariminum, Genua, Placentia, Ostia, Magna Oppida sunt. Ubi est Ostia? Ostia? Ostia est proper Romam. Tusculum quoque proper Romam est. Brundisium non est proper Romam, sed procul ab Roma. Via Appia longa est. Via Latina non tam longa est quam via Appia. Quam longa est via Flaminia, neque ea tam longa est quam via Appia. Tiberis fluvius non tam longus est quam fluvius Padus.
Yeah, you're probably not familiar with that river. Actually, let's go back up here.
You're talking about the Padus?
Yeah.
It's actually on the map. If you look
there it is. Yeah.
in the
It's up there.
Yeah. It's a fairly significant river. I mean, in size. Doesn't really quite show up as, let's see, what do they say down here? Yeah, it says the Tiber is not as long. Looking at this map, you'd almost say, well, maybe not, but it actually, I believe it actually goes beyond that boundary. So anyway, yeah. Now, a couple of things, bunch of things. First off, inter, between. If we say interstate commerce, we mean between states. And we got it straight out of Latin. And inter is a preposition that takes the accusative. Let's see, what else? There was something else. Oh,
be contrasted with intra.
Oh yeah, intra and inter. Yeah, don't switch the two. Which also comes from Latin. Prope means near. Ostia est prope Romam. Prope also takes the accusative. As I told you last chapter, they were all ablative. Well, this chapter you're going to get hit up with a bunch of the accusatives. And then there's this little structure here. Via Latina non tam longa est quam via Appia.
Not as long as.
Yes, the Via Latina, not as long. Well, there's the is. Boy, the Via Latina, not as long.
It's not as long
as the Via Appia is. There we go. Or maybe you put it up there. I don't know. Anyway, but tam longa quam is, or tam something quam the other, is a comparison. And you're going to see that in a number of places. And it doesn't have to be non. The non just means not in this case. If you said, if you left the not out, then it would be the Tiber is as long as the Padus. So, any questions on what that means? Yeah, and inter Romam et Brundisium. between, prope, Roman, procul apro. Did we have procul? Yeah, we did. Procul is far. Prope Romam is the opposite of procul ap Roma, far from Rome. All right.
Interesting that, contrasting prope and
Procul.
yeah, that one takes the accusative and the other the ablative.
Yeah, because this is far from Rome.
Yeah, it follows with
Yeah.
op.
Yeah, and the other one is just near Rome.
I wonder if it's really like near to.
You could certainly think of it that way.
Well, I'm just thinking like odd.
Yeah, no,
It has that same.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, you could probably think of it that way. If that helps.
Well, I mean, this whole chapter we're being introduced in contrast to the last story where we were dealing with the ablative. Now we're dealing with prepositions taking the accusative.
Yep. And we get one more thing, which you'll find out in a minute. Circum oppidum, around the town, meaning.
So this is just a general statement here.
What? Circum oppidi muri sunt? Yes.
They're not referring to any specific one.
Yeah, it would be very common. Well, in fact, I think just about any town worth its salt would have a wall around it to protect it from wild animals, bandits, undesirables. I mean, if you read the Bible, Jerusalem had walls, Jericho had walls, the walls were rebuilt. I mean, all the biblical cities had walls. It was just a standard safety feature because of a whole bunch of reasons. And actually, if you go to Europe, some of the older cities in Europe still retain their walls.
Like York in England.
I'd have to take your word for that. I haven't been to York.
Okay.
But Assisi has. I have been to Assisi. Anyway, all right. So we have another. Oh, this is a short section. Okay. If somebody can take this short section, please.
I'll take it.
I can do it. I can't unless somebody else wants to.
No, by all means, go ahead.
Cercum oppida muri.
So hard C. Circum.
Okay. Oh yeah, circum oppida muri sunt. Circum Romam est muros antiquus. In muro Romano duodecim portae sunt. Porta prima Romana est porta Capena. Capena, thank you. Capena. Cercum oppidum tusculum murus non tam longus est quam cercum Romam.
Right. All right. Boy, this is a long one. Okay. That was very clever of Robert volunteering for that paragraph. All right. Let me think about this. I want to read something here quickly.
This is where we get two verbs for carry.
Yeah, and I'm looking also. We eventually get passive voice verbs. Where does he introduce it? Is it well, there's the VillaEtHortus. All right. I don't want to get ahead of things.
And we get the two forms of go.
Yes. Well, all right. Somebody give that a shot.
Can you hear me, Michael?
Okay.
Someone else volunteer? I didn't hear.
That was, I think, Connor.
Oh, go ahead, Connor.
No, I think that.
What?
Can you hear me? Okay. This is Jess.
Oh, Jess. There we go.
Oh,
I'm home now.
You were using your Connor voice.
Okay, you can hear me though?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Villa Julii est prope Tusculum. Ab opido Tusculo ad villam Julii non longa via est. Ecce Julius et quator servi in via.
There we go. We'll get the picture there. Go ahead.
Julius ad opido ad villam suam.
Go back. Julius
ad opido.
Nope.
Ab opido.
Opido. You sound like you said odd.
I might have.
Now,
Julius? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay,
yeah,
Julius?
That would not work if there was an odd there. But go ahead.
Okay. Julius ab opido ad villam suam it. Dominus et servi ab opido ad villam eunt. Dominus et in lectica est. Duo servi lecticam cum domino portant. Servi qui lecticam portant sunt Ursus et Davus. Julius non in via ambulat, servi eum portant. Cyrus et Leander ambulant. Cyrus sacum portat et Leander quoque sacum portat. Cyrus et Leander duos sacos in humeris portant. Sacci quos Cyrus et Leander portant mani sunt, sed saccus quem Cyrus portat non tam manius et quam saccus Leandri. Quator servi dominum et duos saccos ab opido ad villam vehunt.
Good. Couple of things. Humerus, okay, for which we have humerus, which is the bone, but actually humerus is the shoulder, the top part. And that was not unusual. I'm surprised there's only 2 servants, though. That thing was pretty heavy, and I suspect Julius is no lightweight. So
that was going to be one of my questions. Was it real common to have your servants carry you, or was it more efficient to have a horse and a carriage of some kind?
Well, no, both modes of transportation were known. Okay.
Except that horses, anything horse-drawn was, well, the city of Rome, anyway, I couldn't say about Tusculum, but was not allowed in the city during the daytime. Right. Too much traffic. They could come in at night, though.
Right. Which is when most of the deliveries were made. I mean, goods, food, etc., were delivered. I'm just, and it may be that for the sake of simplicity, he only had 2 slaves there. But that would not be that unusual. Michael, now, if Julius was carrying something bigger, then it certainly would have been a cart. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just interested in this concept of the lectica being translated as a litter. Something amusing. I went to Google Translate. And Google Translate says that lectica is a litter box. And I was thinking that Julius wouldn't be too pleased to know that he was sitting in a place
litter box
where his cat and his dog did their business.
Technically, it is a litter box. It's just not the connotation that we have.
I don't think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This would be technically known as a litter, and it is a box, so it is a litter box.
Yeah, and if his cat and dogs did their business in there, I don't think he'd be too pleased.
Yeah, no.
So that's another aspect of this story that they need to tell.
What, that
Yeah.
he's keeping dogs and cats in
Well,
there?
Yeah, those
Davos,
small ones would have been
Davos
more
and Ursus,
maneuverable in the
Davos and
city.
Ursus and Cirrus and Lander played a trick on him.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay.
They got bet mad.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. One of the other things I wanted to point, let's see, what was it? Oh, I remember. Op and the ablative is usually seen as motion from, away. And odd is usually seen, and the accusative is usually seen as motion to. Now, not all prepositions can neatly follow that. I mean, we just saw circum oppida, the around the cities are walls. That means around. So that takes the accusative. So that doesn't
I
quite.
think that's where we get our word circumlocate.
Oh yeah, or circumnavigate and all that other one's word. But what I wanted to mention is oppido tuscolo ad vilam Julii. So from oppido ad vilam. And you'll see a lot of those constructions in this chapter. No surprise. Let's see, what else did
I only circumnavigate when I get lost.
Yeah, well, I think that's all I wanted to mention.
So, Michael,
Mhm.
would you care to comment on the difference in usage of portat and vehit?
Oh, here.
Well, because the last word there is
okay,
vehum,
right. No,
and
you're right. Yeah, no, that's a good.
so
good
in
point.
this paragraph, they use both portat and vehum.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking for. Okay. Duo servi lecticam cum domino portant. Portant means to carry. But vehunt, let's see, where's
The last word in that
here
paragraph.
it is, yes. Vehunt, oh boy, what do I want to say? Is to,
It indicates on the left it means to carry.
well, yeah, it does, but it means to carry
In a vehicle?
in a vehicle, or to carry from place to place.
Like those carpentums that we saw in one of the other chapters, which was a horse-drawn vehicle, but it's completely flat. It's basically the flatbed trailer of horse-drawn vehicles.
Convey is perhaps an excellent synonym here. And portant means just to carry. Okay.
Sure.
But vehunt means to bear, to carry, to convey.
And use a device to move things.
Yeah, and it specifically is it can also be by wagon or by horse or even by ship. In fact, we'll see it later when
Madus hot-foots it out.
Madus hot-foots it out of Rome on a ship.
Can you tell
surely,
me?
But
surely
convey,
the word vehicle comes from this.
You would think so. You would think so.
Can you
go ahead?
Tell me what that picture that says humerus is supposed to be.
Shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't understand that.
They're carrying the sacks. Let's see, where is it? Yeah. Cirrus and Leander duo sacus in humerus portant.
Okay, that makes sense.
They are carrying sacks on their shoulders. So, all right.
We're certainly learning who's in front of whom.
Yes. And Ursus, by the way, means bear. So let's hope he's a big, strong bear.
Yeah.
Davos doesn't look quite so.
Well,
Where
Santa
he-
Male.
Well, Ursus is bearing the
Yeah,
Lactica.
he is. Oh,
I
well.
see what he did there. Yeah.
Well, I think it's more people name their children before they know what they're going to turn out. But it's a good thing no one tried to name me Patience.
Oh no.
That's true. Anyway,
A litter is also a beer.
yes. Yes.
Like
BIER, I believe.
so the bear is carrying the beer.
The bear, yes. And it's not the BEER. All right, next paragraph. Who's left? Ariana.
Okay. Julius in Lactitia est in Lactica
Mhm.
est inter Ursum et Davum. Ursus est ante Julium. Davos post eum est. Cyrus et Leander non ante Lecticam,
Mhm.
sed post Lecticam ambulant. Venite Julius a Villa,
Villa,
non a Villa venit, unde venit Julius, ab opido venit. Quo it Julius ad Villam it. Post eum tusculum est, ante eum est Villa.
Very good.
Very well
Yeah.
done.
And we get two more words. Ante, meaning before, and post, meaning after.
Post.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say post.
I know you want to say post, don't you? And you're probably going to catch me slip up every once in a while and do it, but it is post.
I remember watching some gardening shows, and this one episode is based in England, and they compost.
They compost.
Drove me nuts.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask you, Mike, that when we were talking, I think it was yesterday, and I mentioned a nomenclator, which would be the person who walks with the candidate for public office and whispers in his ear the name of the person who's just come up to talk to him, because you can't remember everybody. I would need like 10 of them. Anyway, I pronounced it like you wouldn't be in English, and you would say like nomenclature. Only it would be nomenclator. I mean, how would you pronounce that?
Okay.
It's four
So
syllables.
the A is long. So, and nomen, name.
Yeah.
Clator, okay. Let's see. Clator. Trying to think. Let's see. Clator. I'm trying to think.
It's really a person who speaks the name.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what clator comes from, and it's escape. Let me look here. Let me look in the. Okay, nomenclator. Let me look at something here. Okay, nomenculator. Okay, that's where it comes from. Yeah. Well, nomen is name. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And the clator has to do with declaring. And let me look up if I can find what that root is. Well, I don't know what the root is.
There were two.
Yeah, no, I know what they were. I'm just trying to.
No, I mean, there were two spellings of that word depending on the time period when I looked it up in Scriba.
Yes, that's right.
I probably won't find it again, but
yeah.
And it depended later, like it was called, it comes from nomenclo, but anyway, it was also called a nomenculator, but that's later in the empire.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, I don't know where the clator came from.
Anyway, I was just wondering how to pronounce it.
Yeah, nomenclator.
Okay.
The nomen is name, noun. The clator, the A is long. So
I just thought that if there were 4 syllables, you pronounced the third one. You emphasize.
Oh, well, that depends on whether the second to last is long or not.
I forgot about that.
The A is long there, so it's nomenclator.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and you're right. It would be the impossible
Nomenclator.
Yeah, oof, that's terrible. If it weren't so.
Okay, thanks.
Generally speaking, most Latin words aren't too hard to pronounce. There are a few that are kind of hard for the English speaker to wrap their tongue around, but for the most part. Let's see what.
That sentence, Saci quos Cirrus et Leander, that's a good sentence.
This one?
No, going up to line 28, I guess the next line, yeah. Saci quos Cirrus et Leander portat magni sunt, sed not sacus quem Cirrus portat non tam magnus, est quam sacus Leandri. That's a good sentence.
Yes. Oh, from here on?
Well, it just, it has a lot that we're supposed to be thinking about here.
I
guess
missing something here.
Is quos there which or that?
Oh, yes. That is a relative pronoun. Do we have relative pronouns in this section? Hold on. Preposition. Let me look. I may have missed this. Oh. Anyway, yes, that would be a which. I didn't think you guys had relative pronouns yet. I know you had interrogative ones. I'll have to look that up where they introduced, but that's known as a relative pronoun.
So quos, is
it's not an interrogative. It's the sacs which Cirrus and Leander portant.
So quem is the plural of the quos. Excuse me, quos is the plural
of quem or in quam.
Right.
Well, sorry, no, quem. Yeah, masculine.
Yeah. So quem is the singular, quos is the plural.
Yes. Well, yeah, and actually, servi qui sacos portant, the slaves which carry the sacks. Saci quos servi portant, the sacks which the slaves carry. So in the first one, we're talking about the slaves who carry stuff. And then in the second one, we're talking about sacks which are carried by the servants. And we're coming up on what's known as the passive. I thought the passive was in here. Did I miss something? Yeah, there it is. Okay, yes. Well, I'll talk about the
portantur. Yeah,
I'll talk about that later. Let's stick with what we have here. So we are, let's see, we're 10 minutes out. And okay, so I think we have, let's do this. Tell you what, let's get all the way to the end of section 1. Any brave volunteers for the last paragraph?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Julius solus non est, nam quatur servi apud eum sunt. Medus non est apud dominum, nam est dominum. Iratum timet. Medus est malus servus qui numus Domini in saculo suob abet. Dominus servos malus baculo berberat. Etaque servi mali dominum et baculum eius timent. Davus autem bonus servus est. Nece is medum amat. Damus amicus medi non est. Nam servus bonus et servus malus non amici. Sed inimici sunt. Medus est inimicus Davi. Ursus autem amicus Davi est.
Good. This is neque. I think that's the only correction I noticed. Any questions here? No, we have another one. Okay, apud
Yes. And they
is
Near.
usually apud. Okay, literally this means Julius is not alone. Four servants are with him.
does it mean next to?
Yeah,
That's what I was
nearby.
getting to.
Yeah.
Cum means with in the strictest sense of what the English word with means. But apud means with in the sense of next to. And so there's a fine distinction there, which I don't think we would normally make in English. I think we would just say, excuse me, we'd just say
Implying proximity.
But
Yeah.
but surely for usage purposes, there should be a difference. You're communicating something a little bit different.
It
To me,
is.
if you're saying you're with someone, that means you have a relationship with them. Like I go out with my friends, but if I'm going out like with a group of people that I may not know very well because we have like a common place to go, then they would be nearby, but I may be with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way, quite that way, but no, it
But
does.
that's close to what we're trying to get to here.
Yeah,
Well,
so
apud seems to me to be close proximity.
yes, it
Yes,
means
nearby.
with in the sense of close proximity, nearby, in the gaggle of folks running around. So, and also it can be used as at. So if you said, I'm trying to think of a good example, and I'm totally blanking at the moment. So nearby, near, in an accompanied sense, as opposed to procul or the others that we saw with the cities. So in the presence of, that might be another way of looking at it.
Michael?
Yeah.
Comment about this. Could you comment about Davus autem? So it's supposed to be but Davus, but the way it's structured, it says Davus.
Yeah, autem usually goes second. Now this works in English. We could say Davus, however, is
That's what I was
a good
thinking. That's how we would translate it.
Yeah.
That's not.
But autem should not go first, if I remember correctly.
But you can say, but Davus is a good servant.
Yes. And it can be but, or on the contrary, or however. It is generally indicates a, what's the word I want? Or
It's a conjunction of some kind.
Well, it indicates a reversal of state. You're contrasting the previous state with the current state. So we're talking about medus est malus servus. Medus is a bad servant. Davus autem bonus servus est. So Davus, on the other hand, or however, or on the contrary, pick one, is a good servant. So you're contrasting this with the previous sentence, or maybe not just sentence, but the previous discussion of what's going on.
Michael?
Yeah.
One more construction that I thought was kind of interesting, because in the very next line, it's understood. Okay, davus amicus medi non est. That part is interesting and is pretty clear. But this next part, nam servus bonus et servus malus non amici. There's no verb in there. So there's a verb at the end. So it's curious. Nam servus bonus et servus malus non amici. So we would imply, well, but a good servant is not a friend of a bad servant. But so you're sort of implying the is there, but they're saying, but they are enemies.
Yeah, I think you have to stick an is in the first part for,
notwithstanding the fact that there is no est.
Yeah. So
does that happen often?
Well, okay, keep in mind that the verb to be, est, etc., is frequently dropped. So you could say neque nam servus bonus et servus malus non amici sunt. And actually it needs to be a sunt, since it's plural. I didn't catch that until I read that. So you could put a sunt in there. So it would work.
But my question is does that happen often?
With the dropping? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And so when we see it not there, in order to make sense of it, you got
to use it. Yes. Yeah. The verb to be is often dropped.
Or I think it's just being carried over from the sunt at the end. Is you're just carrying it over. You're not repeating. So you're not really repeating yourself.
Right.
It's understood that sunt is for both clauses.
You're saving your breath.
Same thing in German.
You're saving your breath and your parchment.
Yeah. Just the same thing happens in German, and it's not, you don't really see it in English as much.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And so we have amici, amicus, friend, amici, friends, inimici, inimicus, enemies. And that's generally true. Now, Davos did not give Medus away. I want to comment on that in the previous reading. And there was sort of a, what do I want to say? A code of behavior between the slaves that was observed for the sake of peace and tranquility. And so
is that what Medus was trying to point out to Davos, that if he told on he would be an improbable survey?
And I think that in one of our previous readings, the servant who told on the other was disciplined.
Yes. By Julius, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was certainly I don't know what you want to call it, a code of honor amongst the servants. And so ratting out your fellow servant was generally frowned upon. Now, it would depend on it may depend on the seriousness of the actions, but generally speaking, disciplining and correcting servants was the master's job, not the other servants. So, let's see, is there anything else? Oh, we are at 9:01. Oh, good. So we are right there. So for next time, let's see here. I should have for next time, whoops, too far. Well, okay. Let's say the second and third, there we go, part of chapter 6. So we'll do that in the next class. I will be around next Thursday. It is spring break, but for some, but I'll still be here. probably doing gardening for most of the week. So with that, let's finish up. Precatio finalis. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. And with that, we are done with class, and